over the world. Ain't got nothing on you, baby. I don't know the words. Lyric, what's your favorite Bruno Mars song?
Gorilla.
Interesting choice. And too easy. Also, hello. Um, I I I count Silk Sonic differently. It's underrated.
Well,
Calling All My Lovelies is such an underrated song. Um, yeah, bring back male. He's yearning, but he's still hoeing, and I feel like that's the best option for like a pop song.
I also think too. How do I say this? No, like there's no way to say this, and no,
Yes,
never.
there is. Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
No, it's not.
Yes, there is. Lyric. We'll find a way. You'll start, and I'll help you out.
I feel like there was a time where no, actually no. I can't say that.
I
I
have a guess as to where you were going. I'm willing. I'm willing to put it out there, but I don't.
I feel like we used to make so much progress. I feel like people when people used to ingest certain things, I
Hmm.
feel like it was with purpose. It was with a plan.
Here's what I'll say. Lyric is beating around the bush, right? Culture vulture allegations, all these different things, right? Bruno Mars allowed. Bruno Mars is allowed, and you know why? Because yes, I think he's Filipino. Yes, right?
Oh, that wasn't what I was trying to say actually at all. I was
Oh,
talking more
please
about
go ahead.
the
Go ahead.
talking more about like I feel like in the 80s and 90s, all the pop stars were doing a little bit of
Oh yeah.
you know.
Oh well, yeah, of course. Um,
Bruno brings you know the sacred text to the function.
I'm not
Yes,
gonna say that cocaine is necessary in order to produce a good album.
no,
What I am gonna say is that I think there is a big overlap. If you drew a Venn diagram of the best albums ever made and people on cocaine, there would be a lot of meat in the middle. That's all. Can it be done without coke? I'm sure. Don't do
I'm
coke.
sure.
I just don't have any great examples. That's all. And yeah, Bruno Mars, look, you can say a lot about that man, but here's my thing, right? He can sing, he can dance. He doesn't have a bad song in his whole discography. What do you want me to do? Like, what do y'all want me to do with that about that? Y'all trying to be like, oh, Bruno has this, Bruno don't have that. That's all I need, brother. I I, I don't care if he has a
Yeah,
gambling problem. It's not my money.
we're only four minutes in. Hi guys.
How'd everybody like Dynamite? How do we mention cocaine before the 5 minute mark?
The better question is how have we not done it before?
Fair enough. Guys, from now on, this show will have two weekly
Nope.
segments.
Nope.
Can
No.
you make a good
No. No.
section?
No.
And
No.
how can we make this show
I'm
about
not
cocaine?
getting to that. I will not. And see,
Don't worry, guys. I'll find a way.
we got guests here today. Okay, Rich is in here confused. You see, what have I walked into? You're scaring the masses.
Well, I don't look. If it's your first time watching the Dynamite Diaries, what do we promise? A unique experience, not a good one. A unique experience, right? It's like you ever been to like Ripley's Believe It or Not? That's what the
Actually,
Dynamite Diaries
I
is. Did you like it?
have. It was
Exactly. That's
okay.
what the Dynamite Diaries evokes.
It wasn't bad. It just was. It just surprised me a little bit. That's all. It just.
Exactly. That should be our tagline. It wasn't bad. It just surprised me a little bit.
Yeah. Last week I did the show from the car. Because I went to Blood and Guts, so it's actually nice to be stationary. For this today. Um, I'm trying to think. Are there any like trending topics that we should talk about before? This was a 3-hour episode, so we should probably talk about
Oh,
wrestling.
should we talk about the president of the United States giving that?
that big beautiful bill.
Well,
You know what I think is funny?
please.
The funniest part, it's I think it's Epstein's brother released a statement and said, "Oh no, the Bubba we referred to is not Bill Clinton." And people are like, "Yeah, what's her name? Ghislaine? I don't know how to pronounce it."
Yeah.
They said, "Yeah, she had a horse named Bubba." I said, "Wait, this was how you saved yourself?"
Now, let me say,
Oh,
I've thought about it a lot. I don't know which one is worse.
I don't know
I
which one is worse.
I don't know which one is worse because the idea also, guys, we want to add the obvious caveat. We are not making light of the everything going on with the Epstein list, the Epstein files. That's not what we're talking about.
No,
What we're talking about is the president of the United States potentially
which one?
exactly the president of the United States potentially, I can't even think of a euphemism, but
Shonda Rhimes couldn't have wrote that up.
no, baby, we missed that episode of Scandal. Shit.
I think it's so funny because, like, when I read it, I said, "What is everybody talking about today?" I said, "What's going on?" And I thought it was typical Twitter troll stuff. And when I went and read those documents for myself, I it's like I still haven't picked up my jaw.
And you know the funniest part to me, right? The funniest part to me is like the idea. First of all, what the hell Bill Clinton got going on? Cause
That man,
he played that saxophone on Arsenio one time and everybody lost it. But so first of all, I saw a TikTok that was like, I think we as a people like have earned, we pay taxes. We should be able to know what Bill Clinton's got going on to cause all this commotion. Two, I think I think it's like the funniest possible narrative that this orange dude ran against Hillary Clinton while also fucking her man. That's not funny to y'all. That's hilarious. Um, like it's giving scorned mistress. Um, yeah, guys, you don't understand how much joy that gave me throughout the
when
course of
they
this week.
pulled up those old tweets from 2016 of when Trump tweeted, "Yeah,
Oh, and Hillary don't even
didn't
get
know
that.
how to please her man." I,
She don't know what he like. I know what he like though.
I said,
Leave me out of this freak shit. Hey
"Oh,
yo. Speaking of that, I want to say, you know what, Lyric? I've offended a lot of communities in the internet wrestling world. Most of them, I don't care. Because it's never anything like of substance. It's always like, oh, you were mean to bald people. Okay. Why'd you say that about the queen?
they turned you every which way but loose for these bald comments."
Wah wah. But I think it's a lot of men's first time encountering someone who does not care what they have to say. And the most recent addition and the most recent, person or group to be added is male virgins. I tweeted today something about there's this guy who's like, "Oh, I have sex to wrestling themes." First of all, weird as fuck. That's a whole separate issue. But I tweeted like the most unrealistic part of this is the idea that male wrestling fans have sex. Um, you would have thought that I committed absolute atrocities against humanity. The way people are attacking me. I didn't even name names. I didn't say, "Hey, you not getting none," or "You not getting none." You felt personally called out as a male wrestling fan, not fucking. How
Why'd
is
you have
that
to say it
my
like that?
problem?
Now, why'd you have to say it like that?
What do you want? I had a much cruder way of saying it, but I was trying to I
Here's
was
the
trying
thing.
to be
I
respectful.
and as a person who sometimes I feel like even I have been side eyed by people at times for loving wrestling a little too much. I get it. I feel like, hey, first of all, if you're in this niche fan base at all, you're weird, at least a little bit.
We're all odd.
Listen,
I'm
listen,
not
listen,
saying
listen,
we're not
listen. No,
odd. I'm
no, no, hear me out, hear
saying
me out. No,
it,
let me finish.
I'm
Let me
agreeing
finish.
with you. I'm agreeing with
Yeah,
you.
just let me finish. And so I understand, sure, we all have our things, and we don't kink shame around here.
Yes,
However,
we do.
listen, no, 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 no. However, what you're doing private is your business. Now, when you decide to take it on TikTok and take it public, you have opened yourself up to all of people's critiques. Now, what you do in that lady bed and your race car bed with your John Cena sheets is your business,
Do,
okay? In
do,
your
do,
mama's
do.
basement, it's your business. But the fact that you you loop those songs, you turned over, it's just me, oos, and started humping the air. You said the hoes gonna love this. The hoes
No, could
gonna
you
love
imagine if
this.
you're also like you're not a wrestling fan and you're like about to go hook up with this guy and he's like, "Yeah, baby, let me hit you with this five knuckle shuffle." What?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. What would you do? No, 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 no. Listen, 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 listen. Imagine. Oh my god. Imagine, like, you're in the room, you waiting for this man to come out the bathroom, then all of a sudden you hear, well, it's the big show. It's the big night show.
um, like, like I this guy, and like the funniest part is like so many funniest parts, but like everybody in the comments being like, "Oh yeah, man, me too." You also,
I think also,
why are you? But
no,
pause, because why are you in bed about to engage in intercourse? Like, you know what this moment is missing? Jay Uso.
you know what? Because now I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm intrigued of just like what songs are y'all using? Like I would like to know. I want to know like whose themes, like who are you thinking about? Like when I'm talking about in that, tell me, I know trip teasing the sexy boy. Like I'm hearing it. I want what? Imagine somebody like leaning over you and they about to they start hop rope. They start doing the nana, yeah.
Oh my god.
Who's
Like
home?
really, I don't think
And the crazy thing is, knowing them, that wouldn't even be an option because they only gonna choose '90s Attitude Era WWE themes and Jey Uso. But still,
you could you imagine, like it's the same scenario. You spent all day getting ready, like you're so excited for this. You consider yourself wined and dined, right? Like it's gone well. You're chilling, he's like, I'll be back. Goes to the bathroom or whatever, comes back, all you hear is dum dum. Glass shatters. You're like, what the fuck?
the coin drop, the panties drop. Many are saying this. Uh,
You think you about to get down there and all you hear is I have voices.
it's in my hand. Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. I think the Jeff Hardy theme might be a little freaked out. Are you ready for that? Hey, Rich. Hey, man. Actually, you know what, Danny? I have a question for you. I have a question for you. I have a question for you. No, 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 no.
Please, please.
This kind of feeds into something that you tweeted earlier today that I would like to
I
address.
don't even remember.
No, 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 no. I remember. It's about you texting your ex. Um, where after I specifically have told you for weeks to not do that, but whatever. That is the question. Thank you, nondescript humanoid. So, Danny, what would you do if somebody turned on Kenny Omega theme song? What would you do? What would you do?
I think that I would find myself in a position that you got a lot of options. right? My first thought, if I hear the Kenny Omega theme song and then this random bum ass nigga come out, I'm like, now why would you set my expectations at Kenny level? Because if I think Kenny Omega's coming out,
Let me tell you, if I hear God music, I expect
a
a
godlike
good time.
experience.
Exactly.
That's what I'm like. I've
Imagine.
never once, I have never once listened to gospel music and think about anybody but the Lord. That's what you're asking me to do in this moment is to settle. And I think that that is an outlandish request. I
Bruh,
think that
imagine somebody was literally playing your favorite wrestling music and just for you to be sitting at the end of that being like, I can't believe I shaved for this. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we
and the worst possible outcome where there's a lot of them, but like 9 times out of 10, like the experience is not gonna be it's not gonna be excellent. And so now whenever I hear Devil's Sky, like it just shrivels up.
doing? So I have that was gonna be my second question. Um does it depend on which Kenny theme for you? Do you have a preference? Is there, or do you think there's a different reaction to all of them?
I think there's a different reaction. I honestly feel like we can make Devil Sky work. um, are you ready for this? See that I don't know about that. I think I get scared.
Imagine
Um,
your headboard start rocking.
everybody looking over like, wow, they must be going crazy in there. It's just no, I was so excited because Kenny's music came on. Um,
Just like a female.
oh my god. What do you think would be the worst possible situation? Guys, we will talk about Dynamite. I literally also I have to go in like 20 minutes, but this had to be discussed.
What would be the worst song that somebody could play? Oh, I know what would be the worst song for
Oh
you.
my god, could you imagine? Could you fucking imagine?
Somebody be like, "You are beautiful on the inside." I don't know what would be worse. Would it be like, Judas or break the walls down?
Oh,
Imagine losing your virginity to that.
Judas is worse
Break
because
walls.
Judas is break the walls. Oh god, break the hymen. I feel like
I'm an ass man.
I feel
Oh my
like
God. Nah, Joe Hendry would be the worst. Say his name and he appears.
nightmare fuel. Oh my god. I'm trying to think what else would be really bad. I honestly feel like any wrestler who does like their own theme song, like and their own intro music, that's like automatically like a 0 out of 10. Honestly, you could get away. Somebody like fucking Okada's music could get away with it because I wouldn't recognize it.
I'm not gonna lie. That coin drop would give me so much anticipation. Like, what we finna do?
The coin drop would work. Coin drop would work because I gotta be honest. Coin drop low key works now because if you in any situation, if I hear that coin drop, my automatic thought is like I'm overcome with like joy and anticipation because oh my god, something incredible is about to happen. Um, so it's a little bit Pavlovian that coin drop. I can't wait for someone to clip this show. We've said because it's yeah
These are the things that people want to know.
honestly, yeah, these are the discussions that other bald podcasters are not willing to have.
I
And
mean,
if they are, it's from a male perspective. And what do we learn? They're all virgins.
you know what? I think. What would you do, especially after becoming um a connoisseur, if you will? What would you do if you heard elevated?
I I think I would experience psychosis. if I heard elevated, I genuinely, you guys have to put yourselves in my position.
Yo,
I,
Chloe, the Hurt Syndicate theme song.
we are people.
We are good.
If I heard elevated, you have to keep in mind at this point I've heard that theme song no less than 400 times. If I heard elevated, I would literally start looking around for a sticky note and my spreadsheets, and I would say, "Get the fuck out of my house."
Wow, it's so well.
My
Look
God, stop! I can't.
at
I got. It
that.
gives me such a negative reaction. If I heard elevated, I genuinely like. I can't. I cannot conceptualize that time in my life. If William Peter Charles Osprey, because then I wouldn't be able to stop thinking about Osprey, which automatically makes this weird. Now it's weird, you know. But I'm like, me and Osprey are trauma bonded at this point, and that song is a response.
Bro, wow, this was such a riveting conversation. Wild thing, many are saying this. Claudio's theme, bro, I think somebody about to kill me. It sounds like a dark symphony.
I think Pax theme would work, low key.
I'm sure. Um,
What about Hangman?
I ain't gonna lie. The heel one might do a little something. Hitting that Bobby Schmurder down.
Oh my god. Would Hangman's babyface theme work on me? Yes, because it reminds me of everything good and righteous and human empathy and glitter pants. So
Also
yeah,
reminds me of Suffering Bill's character. Suffering Bill's
Suffering's
character.
character, Suffering's character,
Suffering
which
Bill.
is not really the thoughts you want to be having when you're having sex.
Hey, many are saying this. I'm trying to think of who else is. You know what? Tony's would make me feel like I'm performing, like I'm in a theater kid performance. I've just arrived.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Um,
The world is cold, but a bundle up.
Low key. I'm trying to think what other women's themes.
Unfortunately, Mercedes, we will not be playing any of your songs at the function.
I literally have to disagree because that doom doom doom
Oh,
doom. Yeah, that was.
you go here, money.
Well, not even and now. No, now I feel like a stripper in Atlanta. So no, now the way you made it sound, no. Um.
um,
Oh,
hey,
Brian Keith, that'd be a
Jamie
good
Hater
one,
shit will hit.
huh?
Jamie Hater.
Oh, is that like setting a pace?
I hope so. It'll suck if it don't. It would
Just
suck.
offbeat.
Talk about if you get off beat. That'll suck. Windsor! Imagine that. Hey!
Oh my
Imagine
god.
our Riho theme.
Oh my god. I think I literally have a convulsion.
Many are saying this. Um, Willow's theme. You gotta have no sex to that. That's not for shacking up. Willow's theme ain't for shacking up.
Maybe that's like for the high five afterwards. Yeah.
That's my teammate.
And you dap them up. Good work afterwards.
Well,
All
hey,
the
baby, have a show
rest
tonight. And it was actually it was a stacked card. I don't know why we wasted 25 minutes like
It's a
this.
long ass show.
Quickly, let's go through. We had two qualifying matches for the Casino Gauntlet. Bobby Lashley versus Ricochet. That ended up being like a squash. Thank you. And not that I didn't want to see the match, but there was a lot to get to tonight. Bobby Lashley won, and the first one, and then Shelton Benjamin won the second one against Speedball. So they will be in number one and two in the Casino Gauntlet match for Full Gear to crown the new AEW National Champion. Um, what else happened? We had the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander versus Skyflight. Now, listen, I was expecting to kind of write this match off. Dante Martin, I don't know, I don't know if he remembers who he was or something. He started jumping out of the gym. I said, "Whoa! I said, is he working or is he shooting?" I said, "Wow! I ain't see you get, I ain't see you get down like this since 2022."
You know what I will say? For as good as Dante Martin was, you know who's really not good? Josh Alexander. Um, I think that I have decided. I think I was apathetic towards him. Don't think I fuck with the dude. I just don't think I do. The
Okay.
verdict is in.
I don't think that Josh Alexander is bad, but I don't think like I think that with the way that the Don Callis family is structured, right? It's clear you have like God tier, upper tier, the rest of the boys. I think they have tried to convince us that Josh Alexander is upper tier. He is like what Lance Archer and Rocky Romero to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Josh Alexander, the adults are talking.
He is not on the same level as Okada, Takeshita, Kyle
No.
Fletcher, or Hector. Am
No.
I like no?
It's literally it's a the adults are talking. I don't we don't need to do all that.
Um, but yes, um, I will say they've done really, really good job. I think with the Young Bucks, will they, won't they, into the Don Callis family stuff. I'm actually really excited to see the 6-man tag. Kenny's um and
Uh well, I was just gonna add tonight also I thought the pacing was a little bit off. I
it
thought the
was
production was a little weird.
it was
Um so that did take me out of it at moments. Like the I understand like that whole post match. Obviously there was an angle that needed to happen. That was so long. The Bucks were in the ring for a long time.
there
And
were
then when Kenny finally came out,
so good.
that was so long.
He looks so good.
Kenny
Like
Omega.
there
I think it was Bria who tweeted, um, if at my funeral Kenny Omega comes out in that black suit, that's how you know I'm really dead. If I don't wake up in that right in that moment, that's how
I
you know
love
I'm
Bria. We
gone.
gotta get her on this
We
show.
have to get her on here.
I love
Shout out
Bria.
Bria.
That's something that I would say. Let me tell you something. Kenny Omega, because I know what you go through. I don't know like firsthand, but I just
I
feel
know
like
you.
what you go through to get yourself back up in tip top shape after all you've been through. And when you got dressed, you thought of us. And I want you to know we are always thinking of you.
Always thinking of you, Kenny Omega. We love
There is
you,
not a
Kenny
man
Omega.
on this planet that I think about on a more daily basis than Kenny
And
Omega.
I want everyone to know, like, I'm not kidding.
I
Like,
think about you more than I think about my own brother, and I'm not proud of that.
um, I yeah, I've said it to literally every guy I've ever dated. Like, you will just never mean as much to me as Kenny Omega does.
Many are saying this. And if you haven't watched it already, I highly implore all of you to watch the interview that was released. Was that last week or the week before on New Japan World? It's Kenny talking to Tanahashi. It's about 50 minutes long. The English subtitles are already on it. It's already translated. Please watch it. It's so good. He gives so much insight um, to his condition, what he was planning before Ibushi got injured, They were going to do.
Move on. Nope. I genuinely I can't do that tonight. Move on.
Oh my gosh!
We're
But
having a
anyway,
fun kink.
watch it. I'm also really excited because he wore the all black tonight. It makes me think he's going to do a Batman cosplay. Since obviously the show is DC sponsored. Um, so I'm
He's so
really
Superman coded though. Girl, you're not Batman.
he's
He's
not
not Batman.
Batman, but I think that he's feeling really
You
Batman.
are woke Superman. You are woke
My David Corn sweat.
David Corn Sweat Superman. While we're plugging interviews quickly though, guys, Haley, our
Yeah.
best. I've literally never met her, but I know she's so cool. She has an interview on Vice with the Young Bucks coming out soon. Make sure you watch it.
It's it's so funny. Like she literally just texted me. So that was funny that you just said her name.
Oh my
But yeah,
god. And she appears. She's Joe Hendry.
say her name and she appears. Uh, we don't believe in Joe Hendry, but we do believe in Haley.
We do.
But yes, Kenny's back.
Elite melodrama. I would do anything
Listen,
for you.
it's not even the fact that I'm sure I even care too much about like how we get back together, them back together. Hangman can't keep doing this. Like Hangman's backup recently, like at one point he was tagging with Brodito. At one point he was tagging with Jet Speed. And then we ended up with Hook
And let
and
me say,
2025 Eddie Kingston. And I love Eddie, but he's not fully back to himself yet. And that's okay.
but I don't understand how we workshopped all of these options and landed on Hook. I don't understand how you take a look at Bandito, Brody King, Kevin Knight, Speedball, and say, you know what would really fucking slap? You know what the hoes gonna love?
They go love.
Hook.
Listen, Hangman, you are too talented and you come from too talented friends. Like, think about it. Hangman's backup, even if we go before that, his who was his backup? Swerve and Osprey. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
We used to be kings.
We used to be kings. They dropped that photo shoot and everybody went off into the injury wasteland and they left Hangman with scrubs.
Tony Stark built this in a cave with a bunch of scraps.
They are so lucky that the Cowboy is just so good at what he does. But bro, after this, we got to get him some better backup. Kenny, Young Buck, y'all are gonna learn to support him, and you're gonna like it.
Or fucking else. Do I look like I'm playing with y'all?
Is he? And honestly, y'all either gonna support him or you get in the ring and fight him yourself.
Because at this point, it's got to be one or the other. We're not gonna keep playing this. I don't see you over there. Yes, you do. Turn around.
We are not doing this shit no more. I'll tell y'all that right now. The Cowboy will be holding that belt for much longer, and so it's time. I'm not gonna lie though, based off some teases, I feel like somebody is definitely coming back. Some people
It's
think,
Scarf.
but like they've made several they've alluded to Swerve several times.
They have, but
Might be both.
I think they want you to think that it's Swerve when it's actually Burberry.
This they said, oh, we want you to.
You
think
guys would love Swerve, huh? It ain't Swerve.
You want something you want? Is this something that you want? You're not
You're
getting
never
it.
gonna get it.
You're never gonna get it.
You're never gonna get it.
You're never gonna get it. And here's the thing: I'm not against MJF coming back. We talked about this on Twitter. I just need him to work. You know, like even
What did Kim Kardashian say? Nobody wants to work anymore. Get your fucking ass up.
he has to work. Like you know, when he those last two matches, bro.
Yes, I was gonna say because
Fantastic.
right before he left, he was on his best run in a long
That
time.
Mystico match and Mark Briscoe match was fantastic.
Back to back, he was doing fantastic on the microphone. He was compelling to watch. That's when, like, so if he's gonna come back and he's gonna bring that, fine, you know, honestly, because at this point, like, Hangman does need like we need some stars back. We need some star power. And whether it's returning stars, whether it's us deciding we're gonna pick a couple people and they're gonna get a mega push and they're gonna be the new superstars, like, but we cannot Hangman and Hook cannot be in the same universe anymore. So
No,
if that means we got to deal with a scarf, that means we got to deal with a scarf. But as soon as he comes back, you will know whether it's the scarf of old or the scarf that we were having
correct. I would
like
agree.
before
That is
that.
correct. I think also too of just I would be. I don't think the Hangman should lose the belt like anytime soon. But
No.
I would be more open to an MJF title run if I felt like he was actually going to wrestle. Like I'm gonna be honest, AEW is not the company to have a world champion that wrestles once every 2 months. Like
No.
it will literally die. Like
And you've literally, especially right now when you're missing so many top people, and we've already done that. It didn't fucking work. Don't pull that shit again. I don't want Hangman to lose this belt anytime soon. I do see a vision in which Hangman drops this belt to Scarf. Scarf drops this belt to Bandito. That's if I have to get this belt off Hangman, that's what we're doing. But I don't want to get this belt off Hangman.
no,
Keep your hands
I
on
don't
it.
either. I think also too, I damn sure don't want to. I mean, at the very minimum, I don't want Hangman to drop this belt until him and Swerve have a match for the world title. That's one thing that they've never done. Like I think like
That's
they need to have a match for the world title. And honestly, if it was up to me, the person that really had to take it off of him is Big Billy Goat next year and all that.
well, but here's the thing. At All In, I need Billy Goat and Kenny. So you know what? I actually, the more that I think about it, the more I'm like, Osprey better be like perfectly fine because in my head, he's wrestling 6 times that night. In my head, Osprey in at least half the matches that take place at All In.
Osprey and Bandito in the finals of the Owen tournament.
Like, yes, but that can only be part of it. I'm literally like I'm thinking about it now and I'm realizing that I've done all of these different podcasts, all these different shows, and I've had a different answer for Osprey every
I
time.
agree.
He got to do them all.
Sometimes I want the Kenny singles match. Sometimes I want them to do a 4-way. Sometimes I want them to do this. Like bro, I don't know.
I
But
don't know, girl. Get them shots. Do what
we
you
need
need to
them
do
back.
because it's
We
gonna be a
need,
big day for you.
we need y'all friend group back. I ain't gonna lie.
Big day for you.
Y'all get annoying sometimes, but one thing about that
Very.
group, y'all show up to work. y'all boy.
Yeah. You know what it's like? You ever had a group of coworkers that like literally like you be on the clock with and nobody knows how you get stuff done, but it doesn't matter how, it just matters that it gets done. That's what that core group is. And at this point, right? Y'all got Hangman, everybody called off. Hangman's the only worker on the shift.
It's like a Family Dollar.
Yeah, no, literally. He is the only worker on shift. Everybody else we just fucking hired or they ain't cared since day one. And some people just don't got it. Not everybody can manage a family dollar,
Will
okay?
Osprey and Swerve Strickland was running with string cheese and they ligaments and the power of friendship. That's
Literally.
everybody.
Literally. And then that motherfucker for some reason was like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, we should definitely have that steel cage match, bruv. Yeah. And we're gonna get the craziest motherfuckers you could possibly fucking think of, bruv. Yeah, and I'm gonna be in it. And I know I've got a fucking snap neck. But guess what? I don't fucking care, mate. I don't fucking care.
Danny, do you know what's crazy? So that interview that I was just talking about, Kenny talks about that match, and he was like, "Yeah, I should not have been in that match whatsoever." But he said, "But Will was saying that it was going to be his last match for a while, and Tanahashi, I knew this might
Y'all
have
ain't
been."
got no fucking business being in that match.
He
And you knew
said,
that.
"This
Nobody had no business being in
he
that fucking
said
match.
this might have been my last time, like be with you, Tana." He said, "So I just really wanted to be there for my friends." I said, "Bro, these niggas really moving off the power of friendship, love it again."
Sometimes that's all it takes. Power, friendship, love of the game, and cupping. Sometimes that's really all it takes.
um,
Um.
let's hurry up and move on.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, hurry up and move on.
Somebody
Hangman
said
Shibata, good. Um,
and sexy.
Shibata. I'm never selling my stocks. In fact, I'm buying more. And also
Why
having,
would you sell Shibata stocks?
I
What
mean,
the?
I don't know. I've never done it. But
It's like a it's honestly Shibata stocks are the same as like a Prada bag that you buy with your
a person,
first paycheck. You know? That's you tell everybody like, no, it's timeless. I know it will age well. It does not matter what happens. I will have this bag and it will have me for the rest of my life. A timeless classic.
Shibata
Katsuyori Shibata, you are a Prada bag.
Shibata um turned 46 this week, and he's still, I mean, finest on the roster, but who's counting. Um Also, Hangman said he sent him to a dick surgeon. Wow, he has such a way with words. He's so
A
interesting.
world champion. Cause
He's,
like, what is that even? I won't get us sidetracked.
you know
But
what Jack Perry did say? Never mind.
he did say, um, DG said it too.
Literally many.
I also want to say, while we're talking about Shibata, if you have not seen the Black Girl Wrestling interview with Kevin Knight, please go watch it because Kevin does disclose that Katsuyori Shibata is now aware of what a wave check is,
Correct.
um,
And a bonnet.
and a bonnet, and the importance of a do rag. So please, these are the cultural competencies and hard hitting journalism that the world needs right
Heard
now.
that. Did you feel like you had a shot?
What? What was the question?
You heard that? Did you feel like you had a shot?
I had a what?
A shot
A what?
at Shibata.
Oh, yes. I felt like, you know what? That's fantastic. So I don't have to lay any groundwork. I
Correct.
felt exactly. Yes, Kevin had already done that. So thank you, Kevin.
Hashtag thank you
Um,
for your service.
thank you for your
Um,
service.
Thank you for your service. Don't worry about it. It's handled.
Olivia Pope Core.
Yes. What else happened? Oh, Okada. Before we get to the women, I'm gonna save the women for last. Um, Okada, you are nobody's friend. You are a terrible person. You are nobody's friend. And Kyle Fletcher, you are a lying cheater.
Kyle Fletcher,
With
you're someone that they make TV shows about. Why are you so controlled by your lust? Right? You
he's
have
greedy.
you have a beautiful, loving husband at home who wants you, who adores you, who has supported you this whole time, right? Finally gets what he wants, and now you've got a wandering eye. Now
Kyle
you
Fletcher's always had a wandering eye, though.
true. That's true. And you could argue that, the way you get him is the way you lose him.
Kyle Fletcher used to walk in and out of those arenas with his hand tucked in Will Ospreay's back pocket.
Sometimes literally.
Literally, no, literally.
He-
Used to, but
like
they would literally be backstage, boohoo, crying and hugging, and he
and
turned on that
kissing.
man. Welcome home, Peter. Then he got tired of his sister. Now we have Protocada. Bro,
How you get him is how you lose him.
Kata is just so like, also too, he's on such a great run. Like, I think this might be his best run than probably his last 2 to 3 years in New Japan. Like the second half of this year, um, he's been fantastic. Like I feel like he's found his spot, and also the way he doing y'all in America and he doing y'all in Japan at the same time. He's him. He's exactly who he thinks he is. And the crazy thing is, I think he is going to snatch this Wrestle Kingdom main event away from Takeshita. And
I well, first of all, I think he should. Second of all, I think you know how fucking baller that is, and you know how much we can use this to propel their feud forever. Because like, no, that's real. Like that is,
oh, yeah, yeah, like you gotta put him down.
you got G checked when a real nigga walked in the room. That's what happened.
Them tickets flying off the shelves like hotcakes. They had to add more seats. I said, "Damn, Takeshita, you the man." But
It's it's
it's big.
it, you gotta understand the program.
You They said Big Rainmaker. They said, "Oh my God, who's gonna move tickets? They're gonna have to crawl to WWE. They're gonna have to beg for no knees Nakamura. They're gonna have to cry."
Bitch. Consider it handled.
He said, "Don't worry about it." He showed up there boring.
One coin drop moved 6,000 tickets. Man, I don't want to hear shit about
The
this.
way that they showed that they did the coin drop, because like I watched the show, and bro, people, like Japanese crowds are still typically so reserved. People jumped out of their chairs,
Is he
rushed
here? Is he here?
barricades. They said, "Is Okada,
Is it true?
Okada?" Unfortunately, it's real emotion. We talk about real top guys. That's real motion. Okada's already done so much at this point. He's a living legend. He still got it, bro. Tonight was even more of that.
Nothing to prove to y'all niggas.
He wrestled.
Máscara Dorada.
You scared the fuck out of me, but damn, you can wrestle.
Yes. Both things. I will say I get behind me. You were already on my client list, like you're already being represented by me. Um we're going all over the world, brother. I don't know what exactly. I have to think of the exact titles that I'm gonna put on you.
Well, you will have that national title at one point. I'll tell
Oh
you that.
yes,
But
yes.
we have more on the way for you. Don't worry about
Get
it.
your waist trainer ready because it's going to be putting in work.
All right. Call Mercedes and ask for some tips.
Yes.
You're gonna need it. But yes, Mascara Dorada, this was great. I'm actually listen. The fact that they got them on the pre-show, I said, "Damn!" But you know
That
what?
was crazy.
But Willow's finally off the pre-show, so it had to be somebody. And
No, I'm looking at that card and I got things we could have moved, Your Honor, and y'all go jump me.
who do you think should have moved to the pre-show?
I don't think that they should have moved to the pre-show, but I don't think that we needed to do it, and
No,
that's Kyle O'Reilly, John Moxley.
You.
I
I
don't
think
think we need to do it again.
well, they needed to that. That's where they're going to kill him.
I don't think it has to be. I think you're going to get. I think honestly, the second match, except the ending, was the exact same as the first match. I think you're going to get a third iteration of matches that are almost identical. And I love Kyle O'Reilly. I have sat up here and how many times said Kyle O'Reilly. I do. That's not what I'm saying, and I'm not saying he shouldn't get a push. I'm saying, do I think that this match needs to happen so close in proximity to those other two matches? No, especially not when you have something like that trios match on the pre-show. No.
That's fair. I just think Mox is not surviving full gear. Like this is going to be. I think that's when they really going to formally.
You have to kill him. If
Yeah,
y'all do anything but kill him, you gonna
you
piss
have
me
to.
off.
Yes, you do have to kill him. And like even like because the thing is the way that I see it, Pac about to beat Darby. Mox gonna bitch out again. And I ain't gonna lie, Mox moving like a bitch.
Yes.
When Kyle O'Reilly took that ankle, he said, "Get off of me." He tapped out.
Yeah. Girl, they gonna hog tie
They
you.
hog tying you.
I don't know what's after hog tying, but that's what they gonna do to you.
Execution. The execution, electrocution, something like that.
All the cutions.
On to the women, then we'll wrap because I think that's about everything, or at least everything important. Listen, that first match, that first tag tournament match, was
Fucked.
emotional.
It was great in a good
Oh, I
sense.
thought
Like,
you said it. I was about
no,
to say.
it's fucked. Like,
Oh, yes,
affectionate. Yeah.
absolutely, bro. That's what I always want to see. Tony and Mina look incredible.
And what an intro.
Yes, love that entrance. Alex and Repo work amazing together. But if you watched Collision this past week, you knew that when they went up against High End My World. Shout out to those queens. Hope that they are all elite very, 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 very soon.
It's not even a hopes thing. Tony Khan, I don't want to say it's a threat, but
a pointed request.
Exactly.
Tony and Mina, honestly, in my opinion, have the most chemistry. They have more natural chemistry than Tony and Redacted. Um,
Yes.
and it's so much more apparent to me now. Like, I think there were a lot of times in like the Tony Mariah feud, even though I think like there were times that some things were written really well, it definitely felt very scripted. Like it felt like, okay, like let's what do we got to read today? You know, like
I don't necessarily felt it. I feel like they had natural chemistry. My issue with the Tony Mariah thing versus the Tony Nina thing is like Tony and Mariah weren't interacting with anyone else. So it did come across a little bit forced, and sometimes the weeks were not hitting as well because
yeah,
you guys were only existing to each other.
there's nobody else
Mina,
to bounce off of.
exactly. Mina and Tony like have other stuff going on.
Yeah,
Them being a part of Blood and Guts furthers their storylines with not just each other but with other people. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like they got other shit happening, so it seems it's a better partnership in
it
that
feels
way.
more natural too. Yeah. But this works just so well. I'm now fully sold, especially I'm gonna be honest, the way that the brackets shook out, especially since a lot of the good teams, I'm gonna be honest, are out of the tournament.
I don't. I also whoever made those brackets, please come see me in my office.
You know, I get why they did it now, but that I think that they were wrong. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
I
I hate
think
when
that they
people
were
try
wrong.
to explain shit to me. It's like, oh well, I think our Mercedes were never gonna win because XYZ. I know that. I think this was a bad idea.
I think I wouldn't have even put Mercedes and Athena in the tournament. I would be honest. Like, and then having Athena pinned by Harley Cameron, and some people are like, "Yeah, it was to set up a match for the world title with Athena and Harley." I
I
think
don't want that. I don't care.
I don't think that Harley is Athena's equal.
I don't care. She's not.
I don't think that we should portray her to be. I think that's also the problem that I have with like the women's division right now. There's no clear mid card, and I do think that there's a lot of different reasons for that. Part of it is Mercedes holding the secondary title like a world title. There is no mid card, and so
But
everybody's kind of
sorry, go
mixed
ahead.
in, and you're they're not on that level. And
The thing with Mercedes, it to me with that is like, yes, you can make the argument. Okay, she's holding that title, whatever. Nobody is even making it their intention to go after that TBS title. You know
but I mean, that's also a booking thing too, and that was something
exactly.
that I even said about tonight when they announced that the four way was happening at Full Gear. In Mercedes's pursuit of winning all the gold, right? A lot of times the TBS title has taken a back seat, and when the TBS title takes a back seat, that is one less opportunity for women to be on the card. And so, and just like at All In, when Mercedes challenged for the world title the first time, because there's no TBS title match, we literally shoved the rest of the division into one match, one big multi-woman match.
I also think though, like I was saying, like it's a product of like, yes, she in her pursuit of getting all the gold, but specifically because okay, this time you have her going after the world title. So she's not what I guess my frustration is like why is there nobody on the roster who says no Mercedes, I want to feud with you over your TBS title. You know, why is that not happening? Cuz that could be happening, you know? And then you tell the same story and her TBS title matches and maybe she's not as sharp as she, you know, used to be maybe since she's so distracted, you know, whatever. And then you're building for an opportunity for somebody down the line to take advantage of that when her, you know, when her sharpness slips. But right now, nobody's even declaring that as an intention. You see
I
what I
agree.
mean?
I think also too they've met like, and here's the thing. I know that keeping her healthy is like paramount. Like there's several companies right now that are riding on her remaining healthy. She has so many titles to defend. But I do think that we've reached the point of her run to where collecting all these belts has, I don't want to say it's been detrimental, but it has definitely, it hasn't been as successful, I feel, on her with her AEW work from a character perspective, because it's just kind of like everything's really cluttered and it's not really focused, and the TBS title has somehow just become just another belt on screen, which it shouldn't be like that. Like not
Exactly.
AEW TV, you know, it
So
should
I love what she's doing, like on
international.
beyond aid. Yes,
Correct.
and she's obviously elevating all of those other things. But we got to get this TBS title,
We gotta
not
get over.
necessarily even off of her, but we got to get this TBS title
No, we
its
gotta get
own
her
as
over.
its own thing. You
She,
know?
she's beaten everybody. You know, the only person she hasn't beaten at this point is what Megan Bain, and I don't think that's a good idea. So, she's beaten everybody, and some of them she's beaten twice or three times. It's time to take the belt off her. She's already broken the record. I think that she'll probably.
Doesn't matter. Willow Nightingale, come to the front. Come get your belt,
Exactly.
girl.
I think she's going to win it at World's End, which I think is a really good idea. But I think, like, yeah, this is just it's showing. But that tag match was really good. Timeless Love Bombs versus Alex and Riho, and it had a clean finish, which is all we've been asking for, literally.
Yes.
Now that second tag match, hmm,
Skip.
Megan Bain, we gonna get you out of there, baby.
Yes.
I will say she has been phenomenal. She the her work ethic. She is literally wrestling a tag tournament in Stardom. Flew back for Blood and Guts, flew back to Stardom, flew back to the US today, and is about to fly back to Japan. She is unstoppable. Like, I hope she has a really big 2026. And like, I think it's one of those things to where, like I said, I am fully a fan of, I think, building Mercedes and Tony's legacy runs. I understand why. I think that they were successful, and I understand why they do it. And I think part of it is these companies do some of this for PWI purposes, like just to make things so ironclad that from a criteria standpoint, you can never vote against these people, and it works. It's true, but we've gotten to the point to where it's actually like knocked several other people down the card.
Like, okay, you got it. Move
You
on.
know, yeah, that can't happen again. Like, just because look at the talent. Like, Megan's been incredible. Stat is incredible. Willow is should be the face of the company. Um, Mina has been incredible. Like, so many people have been incredible to the point where now, and this isn't on Mercedes herself. This is all on booking. Um,
Agreed.
and it wasn't just her. They did it with Tony too. Um, but yes. And speaking of Mercedes, last but certainly not least, the main event we had Mercedes versus Red Velvet. The unification match for the Ring of Honor World Women's World Television title. Mercedes won. This was a very good match. And
I
also,
didn't like it.
okay,
I
well,
thought it. I honestly, I wanted to like it, obviously, because I mean it's Black Girl Wrestling. I thought Red Velvet was a step behind in a lot of it.
really?
Yes,
Hmm.
I did. And I felt that almost instantly. And I felt that it was just a little bit clunky.
I definitely saw it was clunky at some spots, but I thought that I really enjoyed the pace that I saw from Velvet at a lot of points. I will say, I think that the way that her and Mercedes bump and sell very similarly of like people's offense, which so it was interesting watching them up against each other. But the finisher that Mercedes
Oh, I
used,
loved that.
oh my god,
That
I
was
need her to.
nasty.
That's like I need to see that forever. Like for a
Yeah,
pinfall,
that was. I loved that.
that needs to be her new pinfall finish. I don't need to see that money maker no more.
Agreed.
And also too, like on imagining that finisher like on a pay per view, like in front of a stacked crowd. Like, oh my god, like that's gonna be godly. But all in all, I'm excited for Full Gear. It's a lot of rematches, but it's a lot of things that I'm excited to see. Like, um, I'm excited.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited?
I'd say about 8.
Wow, that's high.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm really invested in the mock stuff and the Death Rider story right now. Like, I'm invested in seeing them kick this nigga out. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am.
I'm interested to see in how it plays out.
Me too.
I do think that it's been drawn out, and I'm over how
Well,
long
here's
it's
the
been.
thing. I was also going to say this. This is the last time that I will be excited for. Now they do need to kill him. All right, don't talk about it no more. Either I don't want to hear it again.
Yes,
Um,
murder is the only option.
Correct. Like if y'all go off and because at this point next week we got content to classic business. We don't got time for this no more. Whoop de doo.
Guys, it's C2 season.
I'm so excited. So I do think a lot of things are going to wrap up. I'm excited for Hangman to. I'm actually really excited for Hangman versus Joe. I'm also
I'm
excited
not.
for him to move on to something else. Like I think like he'll finally move on to something else. Like
I honestly think I think it's really dumb for it to be a steel cage match. I don't think that it's necessary, and I think that it will make the match worse. I would much rather just see Hangman and Samoa Joe wrestle again.
that is that is not the step I would have chosen. I'll be honest. It's um that step. But it's what it is. I trust them both as professional wrestlers. So I think it's going to be enjoyable. Mercedes versus Stat is probably what I'm looking forward to the most, just because of like their first two matches were so good. Um, yeah, that and CM
Um,
killed.
I'm
Um,
really excited to see Pac and Darby. I'm having a hard time thinking about what this match might look like.
and because Pac specifically said like he wants to have a straight up wrestling match, like no way.
Yeah, I'm.
So I'm interested to see what I think that's going to be really interesting too.
Yeah, I find
I
that
think
compelling.
what else is also the $1 million trios match because it has Kenny Omega in it.
Kenny
So
Omega's in it. Like, hello.
hello. I also think the Casino Gauntlet is going to be really good, especially if they can get like some CMLL
Low
guys.
key forgot about that.
Sure.
I'm sure it'd be really good though. I mean, AEW, if there's one thing they do well, it's a fucking casino gauntlet.
And I'm excited because Jet Speed's going to be in it. A
That's
singles
true. Jet Speed, good.
Jet Speed, good. So, yep, that's the Dynamite Diaries. Full gear this weekend. Thank you for tuning in. Do you have anything that you like to plug, Danny?
No, because I was gonna make an episode of Black Wrestling. I forgot. Oh no, I lied. Guys, it's awards season, and everybody's getting all these awards that mean nothing. Black Girl Wrestling Awards are the only awards that matter in pro wrestling. Don't let anyone tell you anything else. They don't fucking matter. These matter, right? So make sure you go to Black Girl Wrestling. Look at my pinned tweet. There's all these different categories that you can nominate someone for, including Match of the Year, Best Gear of the Year, Hater of the Year, Enemy of the State. Who do you hate the most this year? All these incredible things that you can vote for the low, low price of $9.99. Okay, I'm lying. Of course, it's free, but do
I'm
it.
not change some of my answers. I'm not gonna lie to you. We'll see after the
That's fine. I'm accepting nominations all the way until December 1st. So, BGW 500, and of course the return of everyone's favorite haters dozen. The 13 best haters of 2025 will be
Oh,
happening.
did you see who I chose as my enemy of the state though? I'm not changing that one.
No, who was your enemy of the state?
I picked Gato.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I think that he should win. And I think I can't tell you all who to vote for, but I think that if we all scream and use our voices together, maybe we can make a difference. And so that's
My
just
personal vote is House of Torture. So,
but here's the
in
thing: if
general,
you get Gato out of here, you can get House of Torture out of here. You got to think of the root.
I, sometimes it's just better to whack the weed.
No, roots, roots. Alex Haley,
Oh
roots.
my god,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. We will see you.
Wait, Lyric, do you have anything to plug?
No, not today.
Oh, fascinating.
Oh, was that sarcastic? Was I supposed to?
I don't know. I was just being mean. Sorry.
Oh,
I take it back.
right.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Okay, bye guys.
Bye, guys.